That's his sacred cow. She's perfect. Don't dare talk about her. No. No.
Hello, sister friends. Woohoo! I was so excited to get going here today that I grabbed them and I knocked Sonny's shoe off. Poor guy. All right. Oh gosh. Excel spreadsheet opening up in front of my face. Why, I ask. Okay. So good to be here. I don't look that bad, do I? Okay. I was worried about today because I took a shower earlier this morning and yeah, I didn't blow it dry at all, which gives it a little bit of the curls. And sometimes it literally goes like I put my finger in a light socket, kind of like Cody did his hair in the early years of Sister Wives. I do channel Cody at times, unintentionally. But I think I held it together here today. All right, great. You know, you've become your family. We're sister friends, right? Sad for you, that means the longer we go on doing this, the more comfortable I'll be, and I'll just show up however. One day, I just might not even have clothes. No, that's not true. I can get my channel canceled. Probably could get my channel canceled for even saying that, for all I know. All right, let's go say hello to some people. We have 2 episodes to do today. Yes, we do. I've got the first one queued up. We are going to go through commercials, but that's okay. That's okay. We'll just do a little chat with the chat here during the commercials and a couple minutes of saying hello first. And first it is all the way to Down Under, Australia. Hi, Vicky. Hi, Kathy. New member. I know, like, I don't know. See, when I made the scrolling list and I was deleting and adding names, I'm like, Kathy's not in here anymore. Kathy's no longer a member. How can that be? And now you showed up as a new member. All right. I hope they give you credit for all the time you were here in terms of the number after your name. I don't know because I'm looking at it through StreamYard where, do you see how it has a funny little icon next to your name here? That's how it looks on both of mine on StreamYard. But I know on YouTube, you get to see all the fun little icons. All right. All right. Oh, you got hacked. That's why you had to do it. Oh, poor Kathy. Life is not easy. All right. Hello, Michelle. Good to see you. Tracy's Fractured History and More is here. Joni and Stephanie. And Lynn Skinner, our infamous moderator, who's the best. Stacy G. Let's do a few more here at the beginning. A lot of conversations going on. Love it. Elizabeth Murphy. Hello. Chit-chatting back and forth with each other in the chat. Look at this. Getting to know each other. Saying hello again to people you know. I know it's a fun community for all of you who are new. We do have a bunch of new members in the past couple of weeks. So welcome anyone whose name you don't recognize. And they put a comment in the chat. It's not required to put a comment in the chat. There is a special thing, and I told the SOS exclusive members on Sunday night I'd figure it out by Tuesday, and I didn't. I tried, but nothing came up. I thought it would be easier to just go to YouTube and look at the videos because they usually have content creator videos that explain kind of like new things and that. I saw nothing. And I started looking for the email that I deleted, but I didn't find it. But I can keep looking. Anyway, I believe in the chat, the person who contributes the most gets a purple something next to their name. But I want to say the top 3 people somehow are recognized, but I don't know. I don't have all the details. So anyway, if you start seeing interesting things next to your names further on as this session goes on, that's why. And that is permanent going forward. It's something that YouTube is doing. I'm completely out of the loop with it, or I don't have anything to do with it. All right. Truth to oneself is here as well. Okay. And there's actually a lot of people here. J. Lou. How is everybody tonight? Do we all have our drink? Experience. Let's practice. Experience. And Lynn sometimes gives us other drinking words as well. Lunty, hello. Couple more and we are going to start. Mama Squirrel. Good to see you, Mama Squirrel. Well, that will not. There you go. Now it's working. Nadine. And of course, hi to everybody who I missed too, because I'm just scrolling as fast as I possibly can. Jane, 21, hitting the like button. Woo, woo. Thanks, Jane. Vixen, want a pizza me, Crystal. Okay. I do want to say to you, Liz, hi, Patty, hey. I will. I just have to look at my calendar and make sure that I'm not 100% sure what's going on the next couple weekends, but I think they're all clear until the second one of August. I had a request. I get lots of, can you hear me? I'm sorry, this microphone isn't even close. That's my bad. I get lots of requests to review all kinds of shows, and I'd love to, just don't have the time. So somebody had requested the one with the rock people. On Sunday night, we were calling them rock people. It's the polygamous community that is built in the Moab desert where they blow holes out of the red rock and build their homes kind of into it. They did a show. It was called, I think, 3 Wives and One Husband, 3 Wives and a Guy, something like that. So somebody asked me about it, and I was going to say, oh, maybe, like I did. I remember watching it and thinking it was interesting because it's very different from the Brown family. And actually, they're kind of, I don't want to say very different because they're AUB too. So there's a lot of similarities or similarities, however you want to say it. But then I won't say her name because I didn't ask permission, but I will later if she says it's okay. But she said she knows a lot of the kids in that community, and because she teaches them at the local school as part of a theater program. So I'm like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? And then she goes on to say a bunch of those kids were at the march, the March for Independence or Freedom or whatever it was that Cody and people did on the show. So she said she recognized a bunch of her kids there that are from that community because they go to the public schools. Those kids in the community there, they're not homeschooled and they don't go to an AUB school. And then she shared, y'all, this is information that, wait, should I save it and not say it yet? Okay. You're going to have to turn in next Tuesday because I don't know if I have permission to even say this. I probably do because she told me I could. She knows somebody who's kind of knows the Brown family and wanted to know if I had any questions, but I don't know if I should say who it is. All right, so that's all I'm going to say right now. I didn't mean to do that. Well, I just pulled a Meri Brown. I sure did. I'm so sorry. So sorry. Oh, and definitely a McKelty. I will get more information, and you'll have to just come back on Tuesday. Living an eclectic life. Woo! Or possibly you might see as part of this, since you wanted me to review the show, I'm like, well, yeah, if I can get some questions answered from outskirts people who know them, it's worth it to me to review the show again. Because I remember thinking it was interesting. And then somebody Sunday night even said, they're like, oh yeah, there's kind of a lot of drama in that. And they said it was only 3 episodes. I'm like, I'm doing it. And I looked it up today. It's 8 episodes. But if we double up and did a Friday night and like a Saturday afternoon, we could get it done in 4 weeks. So I might add that. I'll just add it to the list of things I'm doing. And if and when I do that. It's going to be on my other channel. So if you want to follow along, please go and just subscribe now so that you're there and you get the notifications. We'll also hit the bell so you get notified when things get posted, so that you'll see the thumbnail come up and I think you get an email or a text, however you have notifications set up. You do also have to allow notifications on your phone. So if you want to get notified on your phone must, under the notifications thing, you have to allow YouTube notifications. All right. And you also have to hit the bell on YouTube. Okay. Housekeeping, getting it out of the way. So the second channel there's a link to it in all of my show notes, which is the section of information about each one of the live streams or the shows or whatever I'm doing. It also has like the copyright stuff in there. If there's any music, it cites the music. So now YouTube only shows like 2 lines of it. And then there's a little dark word next to it that says more. You have to click on more. I don't know how many times people have said, mine's not there. It only has 2 lines. I'm like, okay, at the end of the second line, it says more. Click more. And then you get the full description. I think because there's so much stuff in there that they didn't want people to have to scroll that much to get to the comment section. They wanted the comment section to be really close to the screen. So it's been collapsed. That's where you'll see the link to get to my other channel. It's called Reality TV Breakdown. So you could just go try to find it on your own as well. So subscribe. And then that is where we'll do the 3 wives and a guy. I don't think that's what it's called. Oh, goodness. Nicole, Connie, Danny, Michelle, the people in the house here, Meri Hickson. I'm going to try to get near the end. Deborah, Janice, scrolling. So many comments. Jen C, number 52. Woo-woo. Oh, welcome. You're usually on replay, but you made it here. Alexandria, our insider from Salsa Brava's here. All right, Julianne, Twyla, Nicole, Marissa, Wendy's Front Yard, Sam, Miss Ohm. Scrolling, trying to get to the bottom. J. Lou, so much chatter going on. Scarlett's here. Hi, Scarlett. Otherwise known as Jennifer. She's Jennifer. Jenny is a tease, I know. I didn't mean to do that. It's just like, as the words were coming out, I thought, maybe I should run that by her too. I never want to say something on here if somebody shares something in confidence with me. And it didn't come across as in confidence, but at the same time, just like when Alexandria sent me that lovely note and said I posted it on the thing and that I still made a point to ask her permission to use her name and then asked her permission to use the photo as well. Okay. Birdie K is here. Julianne Kanko. Oh my goodness. Look at all this chitter. Okay, I'm at the end. Okay. Jenny, don't mess with our brains, please. I only have so much left. I know, me too. Speaking of which, okay, you guys don't care about this at all, but I'm going to tell you anyway. Today I went in my other folder and there's like 99 content, like we want to collaborate with you kind of emails. And I don't know. I said yes to one a while ago, and then I got these earphones. I have to try them out. I don't know. But they work with an iPhone. I don't use my iPhone, so maybe I'll do a special video using it to try them out. At any rate, so I've kind of been ignoring it. I didn't realize how many were in there, but one went directly to my email, and it's from Duolingo. I was so excited. So I wrote them back today. They're like, we think we'd be a great collaboration with your channel. I'm like, we'd be a great collaboration because literally today I am on day 400 of Duolingo. Aprender español. Would that be learning Spanish? Aprender español, or do I still say aprendo español? See, I need another 400 days. What have I learned? Not much. Maybe I'm not a good example. Oh, Danny's learning French on it. Yep. Love my Duolingo. Okay. Let's get going. I think that's all the housekeeping. Oh, and don't forget Wednesday nights, people, on the other channel. We're reading Revenge. So we are covering another narcissist, basically. We only read 2 chapters. And although there was lots of names and lots of background information, yada, yada, yada in it, it still really showed a pattern of behavior on the part of Meghan anyway. I know a lot of people have said Harry is also a narcissist, and I don't deny it. I just don't know him that well. He doesn't speak much. I feel like he's getting manipulated by Meghan. So we read the preface. We read the chapter on Thomas, which is Meghan's father, and we read the chapter on her schooling. That was early school years, actually. It was early. A lot of her elementary, middle, high school friends commented on what life was like with Meghan. And tomorrow night, we are going to read the chapters on college and then Suits. So we're going pretty fast because there's like 48 chapters or something like that, 40-something chapters. And so we're doing chapters 3 and 4 tomorrow, and that takes us all the way to when she got into Suits. So we're going to be jumping into the good stuff very soon. I am interested in the Suits information as well. Okay, here we go. Oh, Danny, you love Meghan. I knew. See, I love you, Danny. I love you. Some people are very mean to me because I don't like Meghan. See, we get each other. See, they're not real sister friends. That's what it comes down to. Just like on the show. Some people love Meri, and I've been like bashing Meri until this last season. And then Christine's been my favorite all along, and now she's driving me crazy. And so when I say negative stuff about Christine, people disagree with me because they love Christine. I get it. We can disagree. But I'm just reading from the biographer Hoops, and his stuff is all cited, and he didn't get sued by her, and she sues everybody. So here's all the citations in the back for all of this. So like every sentence practically has a number next to it. Here's my resource. But he also does say a lot in here who his resource is when I'm like, okay, all right. I wish he wouldn't. I wish he would just have numbers and let people go to the index in the back to look it up. At any rate, that's tomorrow night. So join me at the other channel, Reality TV Breakdown, 7 p.m. We'll be reading the next 2 chapters tomorrow. All right. Kathy's challenging Danny. Wait a minute. Yeah, she's not my favorite. Joni doesn't like her or Meri. There you go. I never liked Meri, but I do now. I feel like people change. People can change, and people do change. And Meri was never a narcissist, so they always say narcissists can't change. But she wasn't. She was just annoying. That's all there was to it. Okay, here we go. Moving to the end. I've been watching the old royals, trying to figure out timeline. Just like going back and watching royal stuff, or is there actually like a show or a documentary called Old Royals? Curious. Okay. Hey, Lindsay B is here. Hi, Lindsay B. Lindsay B. Can I just share with everybody that Lindsay B was on vacation on a beach and was sending me texts because she was watching the replay of our last Tuesday night and had all kinds of comments. I got 3 emails from her. Oh my gosh. All right. Look up Jay Renshaw. Let me just open a tab here and just write the name. I'll look it up later. Who is he? He wouldn't know anything about. Does he know anything about? It's just, maybe this isn't Meghan related. Okay. Okay. Oh, you know, that is true, Stacy. She does get an unfair amount of vitriol like today there was something that popped up on a thumbnail. I was getting myself a bunch of drinks because I like to take 2 or 3 at a time to my desk. I don't have to keep getting up, although I should be getting up. At any rate, as I was doing it, I was listening to one, and then like a third of the way through it, I had to just get out of it because they were making such a big deal. Actually, it was about Harry. It wasn't about Meghan. But like, as I kept listening to it, I'm like, I think you're trying to find something wrong now. You know, I'm not a fan of that. But that baby bump, I wasn't trying. I mean, anybody can look at that thing that she moved up and down and go, something's amiss here. Something's wrong. I just find it fascinating. That's the whole thing. That's what got me started on all this. Because if that's true, the implications when it comes to the royal family and the lineage and the succession in line of the throne, like, I mean, it affects so much. It would be a major, not to mention all of the stories about the postpartum depression and all this stuff, which is horrible if true. Like Christine, we said the same thing. But if she was never pregnant and she was making all this up, I was just listening to an interview the other day where she said she gained 60 pounds with each pregnancy. And they were like, but your like ankles were, she's like, I know my ankles were so skinny, my legs were skinny. She was like, it was like all belly. And I'm thinking, I don't know. I'm like, I only gained 40 and I look like a butterball turkey. Like it goes everywhere. You just retain water. You like, I mean, 60? She gained 60. She didn't look like she gained 60 pounds. And all the way to the very end, her legs were skinny little things and her arms were skinny. Now with Archie, she did put on a little bit of weight. But she, anyway, that's tomorrow. Here we go. We are doing episode 8, Sister Wives in Holiday Crisis. So this is continuing on from where we left off last week. They are still in the, what are those little petri dishes called where you put bacteria? We'll just say a petri dish. They're in incubation. I don't know. They're in a petri dish where they're all going to get sick now. Here we go.
For Christmas this year, we decided to take the family up to the snowy mountains in Utah and spend Christmas at a remote cabin.
Cough. Janelle's coughing. Christine's coughing.
Right now, everybody feels like they're sick.
Leon's coughing.
We're in this winter wonderland, and that's cool.
Cody's sick.
Hey, sweetheart.
Maddie looks sick.
It was sunny and the sun was shining off the snow.
The kids acted like they'd never seen snow before in their whole entire life.
But it's so funny because we live in snow. But it's something different about being completely covered.
There was a lot of snow there.
This is awesome.
That is
4 months ago, we went public, and
Aurora.
Through the paper, we learned that the Lehigh City Police were doing an investigation on our family.
Well, then recently we just found out that the investigation's over, but they've turned it over to the county. Basically making us nervous. Very, very nervous.
There's been some discussion about what's the next step for our family. And we have seriously considered, after a lot of talk, of moving out of state.
Janelle sounds like she's still sick in this interview.
Historically, when polygamists have been investigated, well, I mean, my grandfather, for example, the wives and him were all sent off to jail, and then the family gets separated, the kids get separated. That's just not something that we want to have happen. And if you look at the logistics of it, and you look at the history of it, we just really shouldn't be here anymore. We need to be somewhere else.
Go get a hot tub.
It's not hot enough to make you want to get in it, sweetheart.
No, how do we make it hotter?
Yeah, if it's 97 degrees and you're 98 degrees, it's not going to be warm enough to make you feel good.
I think she'll be fine.
We have told some of the older kids.
We told Logan,
Hunter.
Mariah, and Aspen.
Madison.
Yeah.
You guys, it's going to be like Heart Attack City. You're going to go from hot to cold like that.
No, we'll jump inside.
It's like,
When
Maddie's like,
my
there's
mom told
4
me to
feet
bring me
between the
up, I
hot
told
tub and
her
the
she
house.
could make me go, and I wasn't going.
Maddie said she wasn't going to
Okay.
go.
A lot.
Mariah
I
said
just
she
had all
cried.
of these plans, and
This is
they're all
Madison.
down to sit down.
You know, we're told within a matter of weeks we've got to be out of the state,
Logan.
and then that just kind of, you know, sucks everything out, and then you realize I have this very limited time to tie up all these loose ends.
There we are. Wait.
Get ready.
I don't know who that was. Maybe Savannah.
It's cold, so it's like you feel like an Eskimo every time you go out. I'm going to get in the hot tub.
So am I.
You're not serious. Oh, my feet are cold, so that hurts.
Yes, go.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you know, that actually helped.
Oh, Hunter is in a good mood.
Yeah, the hot tub.
Maddie's
was
in
something that
there.
got 'em all
I
excited.
bet none of Robyn's kids are allowed in. Gabe, Peyton, McKelty. Nope, I don't see any of Robyn's kids in the hot tub.
You don't want it colder, that's for sure. That doesn't look. I wasn't yelling. I'm trying to have them hear me over the bubbles. I can't hear myself. Can you hear me?
Everybody can hear you, Cody, and you're yelling.
That one right there. Holy cow.
Pretty dangerous. That's a lot of snow. That would crush somebody or a little kid.
I don't think it's coming off. That thing is solid on there. Wait a minute. I'm okay, Janelle. I won't get too stupid.
I'm okay, Janelle. I won't get too stupid. He hits the snow thing with the shovel and it falls right on his head.
Yeah, there's nothing's going to knock this off.
Cody's like, nothing's going to knock this off. And he just taps it with his shovel and it comes falling down. Now they're sledding.
John, good stop.
The hill down to the cabin was a natural sledding haven. And so there's this big drift. It wasn't slanted, it was straight up and down. So the kids were coming down there face planting into this stop. Oh, God! That's not on speed! Oh, yeah, we need a better ramp. We want to make it steep enough to see how high you get, but not go over the top into the house. I'm going to get way higher than you. Yeah, right. We need to do more work.
Cody just acting for the camera is really kind of annoying.
A crazy streak.
Sledding isn't that crazy.
Well, I know it's not crazy unless you decide to do it.
She just hit this out of the house.
Uh-oh. You all right?
Hi, Black Swan Gothica.
Questions.
Small, yellow, light, or dark?
Off with the commercials. Okay. Let's see. Also in this episode, Robyn shows what life is going to be like when she tells Cody what to do with Christine on the couch. Oh, I'm looking forward to that. Remember that. Thank you, Shanna Banana. All right. Stacy, you gained 65 and then 54. Now, did you have skinny little ankles and calves and legs and completely skinny arms and neck and face the whole time? And it was all belly? So that's where I call foul. Moo is nervous. Her control is slipping. Oh, it's the beginning of the control slipping that at least we see on camera. All right. Some tips and things to watch for. Thank you. Oh, there's going to be fake crying too. Okay, Shanna Banana, make sure you write it down. Shanna Banana is documenting each episode where there is a fake cry that comes from Robyn. And even if there's a genuine cry, you don't have to delineate which one's which. We'll just, because they're all kind of fake, even if there are some tears that come with it, because her crying is for herself. essentially. So, okay. Tanya Winslow, thank you for the super chat. Good to be back. Good to have you here. Appreciate it. Thank you. Okay. Let's see. One more, and then I'm going to the show. Was Cody temperature shaming his daughter? He's the one who had a normal temperature during COVID and thought he was dying. In what episode was he temperature shaming her when? Like in this segment when everyone's sick? There you go, Becky. Well put. It takes total narcissism to be the new person in a family and think that the entire family should be controlled by you. And she did. She really thought her shit didn't stink. She really did. All right. And Smugzilla is the only one that is happy about the move. Yeah. Yeah. And you know what? Smugzilla rears her ugly face right around here because she always has that little smile when they're talking about moving that and everyone else is devastated. And she's just like, Mom, we just have to do it. We're so scared. It's not safe. This is the beginning of the safe words. Well, safe came in the first episode. Here we go. Continuing on, they are doing more sledding. Of course, the wives are still wrapping presents inside. They're straightening up, they're cleaning, and they're cooking. But Cody's outside doing all the sledding because he's a child. Can you imagine if somebody said, Cody, we'd like you to stay inside and just help, like straighten out the tree since you're stronger or something because it's really leaning. But can we have Meri and maybe Robyn, get her out away from him, go sled. I'm sure Robyn's going to come out and sled because Cody's out there. Here we go. Anyone who's following along, according to, we're at 7:01 in terms of the timestamp of the show.
So the kids weren't the only ones that wanted to go sledding. Meri all of a sudden decided that she wanted to go sledding.
And Robyn is right behind Meri. Meri decided she wanted to go
we
sledding.
start sledding down, and Robyn and I are slowing ourselves before we hit the ramp a little bit, so we just go up and come back down.
Cody's not slowing himself at all. His just fat butt can't get. He's trying to get to the top of the hill. He's just weighs too much. He just hits the hill and goes boom.
Crazy streak. And she gets this little glint in her eye, and you're like,
Sledding isn't that crazy.
well, I know. It's not crazy unless you decide to do it.
Robyn's the only one that was slowing herself down. She literally had both hands dragging on the snow to make herself go slow. All right, so Meri goes over the top. Cody's clapping and smiling. Everybody else is concerned. Is she okay? Is she okay? Listen to her voice. I can't get out. God, she's so sick.
Hold on, grab.
Whoa. Look at your mom go. Wow, that was totally cool, Meri.
I was all safe. I mean, I wasn't hurt at all. I didn't bump any knees or elbows or anything.
Next time I'll open the kitchen window.
Let me
and
go
then
all the way
fly
in. That would be fun.
When we were up at the cabin, every single time we were doing anything, I'd look at the older kids and I would think, I know they're sitting here thinking, this is the last Christmas here in Utah. I know they're sitting here thinking, what is next? They don't know.
I'm still not over. Well, I'm mad. I'm not mad. I'm just sad about it. I don't want to leave all my friends here.
Yeah.
That's Aspen.
It's not just that. It's kind of like the scare factor.
Logan.
Why are we moving? If we don't, they could potentially split us up. And that says you have no choice but to move, basically.
But all we know is what we're leaving behind.
They didn't tell McKelty, but every now and then they show McKelty as if like she knows what's going
I
on. She
like working in
doesn't.
the kitchen together. I just have to say that.
Could have been just a little bit bigger kitchen.
Yeah, that's an awful small kitchen for four
And I'm saying,
wives.
and maybe it could
A
have
little bit more counter space.
Right, a lot more kind of space.
Chips and salsa, Robyn. We've got some pico de gallo.
I felt like it was
So-
kind of Christine and Mary's kitchen, and I was like,
I'm sorry.
no, it's not a bad thing. It was just
Because you can't cook.
I actually probably should assert myself more.
I think that's all it is. I think you should assert yourself more because you're probably
Christine.
used to more when you come over. It's our kitchen. It might just be something you're like, you know, I don't want to infringe on anybody. You don't want to make anybody
I
uncomfortable.
never do.
You let everyone know we have 5 minutes.
She looked totally offended when Christine first said that. I think that's it. You need to assert yourself more.
I didn't have a problem. And I wasn't meaning to be dominating.
I
or-
tally didn't think you were dominating
I
at all.
love cooking for people.
Yeah, no, you were dominating.
Okay.
I thought it was all good.
Do you want one?
If somebody wants to cook, I'm like, have at it.
I loved this experience.
It's not my
There's
favorite thing.
one time when I'm watching all the wives in the kitchen work together, you know, knocking hips, and I was really pleased to see the experience. They were bantering back and forth. They were
Experience.
having a lot of fun.
He got really cute about it too. He just kind of got all doughy-eyed. Oh, my wives are in the kitchen together cooking. We're like,
It's
It
true.
was very interesting to hear Robyn's perspective because my domestic skills are significantly lower than some of the other skills I have. So it's like I really don't know what to do. And so a lot of times, especially when it comes to the cleaning or the cooking when we're all together, I'll just disengage.
I don't consider you
it's more
less
that-
domestic.
Well, no, it's just more that I don't engage. And then over the years, I would hear comments at the very first about how lazy or whatever. Do you know what I mean? And so those are old tapes that are playing. So, you know,
What would
Hmm.
make it better?
I don't know. I mean, nothing. Do you know what I mean? Just don't expect me to be much help in the kitchen when we're all together like that.
So it's kind of a
So
dig at
after dinner,
Meri
it
that she
time
was
for
giving.
Our very special Brown family Christmas Eve tradition.
1, 2, 3, go.
Since Mariah was 2, I've been making pajamas for the kids for Christmas Eve. And I give them to them every Christmas Eve. They know to expect them now.
I can't wait to sleep in these.
No, and it's so funny because we started with the pajamas, but I don't know how the fashion show evolved, but it's awesome. We do it every year.
Yay! Where's the applause, guys? Come on. All right, come on.
So the kids are all demonstrating. Aurora is so sassy. Logan. Savannah's so cute. Dayton so happy in his NASCAR pajamas. There's Truly.
You guys know. Wow, you can stand up here. Let's take a picture of all of you. Wow. Yes. Merry Christmas.
Ooh. The wet on the inside of the windows.
I just don't want to make decisions in fear.
Based upon
Okay, we're going into a commercial now. I'm going to click something. It might make me disappear. I hope not. But if it does, I'll be right back. It kicked me out. Okay, I'm back. Okay. All right. The only real married couple on the show were Christine and Janelle, married to each other. Well, and No, I guess officially Robyn did marry Cody, didn't she? Okay. So technically, Christine's the only one that had never been officially married, legally married, because Janelle was married to Mary's brother before she came to the family. Meri was married to Cody initially. She divorced him so Robyn could marry him. So Christine's the only one that never got a chance to, I don't say get a chance. It's not like it's a feather in your cap or anything, but it just dawned on me she's the only one that was never legally married. May have made it easier for her to be the first to just walk too. Maybe she just thought, well, because I can, I will. And we're
We're having
back.
Christmas in the mountain, the getaway, as one big family. It's Christmas morning, and the kids are about to wake up.
Merry Christmas. My pajamas.
And it's a huge pile.
The thing is, it's like
Robyn's
three
kids
presents
still
times
have
21 people, so it's not like we're like
It's gonna be a long.
it's the sheer
It'll be
number.
a lot of fun.
The presents go
So every
like
year,
halfway up the
kids
tree,
will
all the
draw
way
names
around it.
of one of the other kids, and they will choose a special gift for this one child. So for me, that's the funnest part, watching them. You know, because the one who gives
Most
the gift
fun.
is almost more excited than the one who's getting the gift. It's so fun to watch.
That's typical.
Got this.
Why? That's what you ended?
I'm glad you think so.
Sisters dancing. I loved the gift from Robyn about sisters. To me, it was just kind of a
Oh, there's
sweet
some fake
little
tears from
thing
Robyn.
between her and I thought that was just really sweet.
It's a statue of two girls dancing. Of course, it's a figurine.
That's what's cool about
First figurine on the
Sister
show.
Wives is you develop the sister-like relationship, and it's very special to me.
Something to collect dust.
Me too. That's cool.
That is way cool.
There'll be times when we're closer with one sister wife than another sister wife, and it all ebbs and flows. And yeah, it just
Have you ever had a time when you're closer to a sister wife than to me? I'm just curious.
no.
Really?
I've always been closer
Anybody?
to you.
It's like comparing apples to oranges.
It's true.
I'm just wondering.
Cody, what a weird question. Did you ever ask one of your family members? Have you ever
Because
felt
we might
closer
be
to that
moving,
family member than
I
to
got
me?
Kelsey a cell phone. I wanted her to have contact with her Utah friends.
Are you still confused on whether we're going to move or not?
Yeah.
Okay.
She has a choice just like all of us.
I don't want to move. I don't want to move our kids. I don't want to move our family. I like where we're at.
She didn't want Robyn, and now she doesn't want to move. She had a rough go of it.
I know you want something miraculous and something. I don't even know what could happen, but I don't think I can change my mind just because.
I know, but I don't think you're even
You
listening
don't want to
my
go.
point of view.
But I am listening.
But you say, well, we're going to move regardless of what we say. So how's that listening to my point of view?
Cody doesn't understand listening.
You gotta tell her why you think we should move, Cody.
I just don't want to make decisions in fear.
I'm sorry. I know you feel like we're making a decision in fear. I have made a decision for me.
Well, I'm going to
With
come
hope,
with
in
you.
faith. I've made the
You're
decision.
making a decision for a whole family.
Well, should I not be the person that does
Well,
that?
you are the leader. I understand that. We chose you to be the leader. I'm just having a really hard time with
A good leader listens and gets
feeling like
opinions
there's
from
no
everybody.
possibility of me having a choice.
Based
Lets them know
upon
they're heard.
the need for this family to function in peace. We need to move. And it's not out of fear, it's out of taking control of our own lives.
It's fear. You're running away. Robyn
Nobody wants to have to
interjects,
do
of
this.
course.
And it's a major.
Cody, tell her why it is that we have to move. Cody, remember the script that I gave you of what you're supposed to say when Christine is upset about moving? This is what you say. We all know it was Robyn who wanted to move to Vegas. I would have shattered the ornaments after the text thread for certain. I bet they all get smashed or gotten rid of. That. Well, that was right before Christmas too. Maybe it went one more Christmas, and then after a year of not hearing from her, bye-bye ornament. At most. It's with the junk journal. Tanya. Oh, that would have been so funny, Mama Squirrel. The kids should have regifted their ornaments to Robyn. Okay. Let's see here. Keep my eye on when it comes back on. Smugzilla might have to do Lonely Fans for spending money. Wouldn't it be funny if there was a Lonely Fans? All right, they're going snowmobiling now.
So after Christmas breakfast, we actually just loaded up on the snowmobiles.
Cody went, of course. Cody did all the
We were
playing.
hoping that this vacation up to the cabin would be something that would distract the older kids from thinking about the move so much. But we could tell that it was still in the back of their minds.
If we stay,
Maddie.
there's a potential that our dad could go to jail and our family would be split up.
We all want to stay together as a family.
That was Espen.
Nobody wants to have to do this. And it's a major challenge for all of our children. I understand all of that. But in spite of, I feel like on some level, in spite of any potential collateral damage,
He's talking to
the
Christine.
emotions of the children, moving to school, the financial struggle that it'll be because of this change. In spite of all of that, I feel like that I know what needs to happen. And
No,
I
you
thought
don't.
you wanted to move. I always felt like you are so excited to move and you want to move and start over again and you don't want to do this anymore.
Robyn's going, no.
I'm doing that for the sake of leadership. If I don't go optimistically, then
You don't want to move?
if I'm going kicking and screaming, then what do you think my children and my wives are going to do?
I thought you wanted to move. I didn't know that you were just being optimistic.
He doesn't know how to respond. Mariah is sick.
I don't think it's fair.
Logan.
Anybody else would probably do the
Hunter.
same thing. It's either stay and we get separated or go away, just because it's better to keep our family together.
Yes, of course, but that wasn't going
than
to
it is
happen.
to stay and get separated.
I don't like
That's
how
the
they
biggest thing.
presented it like
Leaving
that
a
to the
home
kids
they love,
because it's a
living
lie.
Leaving a school that they love, leaving the relationships that they have is all very challenging. It's very sad.
I'm sad to leave my best friend. I'm sad to leave her behind because we were gonna be legends in this town. But
I'm
That's
actually
Maddie.
very, very mad that we're leaving.
Hunter.
I
Oh, he's crying.
don't.
we're all gonna start crying because you never see Hunter cry.
Maddie's crying. They're all
Yeah.
crying.
I think I made, oh my gosh, I made lots of friends. I have tons of relatives. My football team, it's gonna be tough.
God, my heart breaks for that boy. I want to hug him. All right, that's the end of that episode. It was heartbreaking. Forgot about how much he broke down there. The doll ornaments. When you were in Flagstaff, Alexandria, you should have checked garbage cans at the old house. That would have been great. Someone probably took them with her. She probably started another text chain saying, could everybody please return the ornaments? Because I don't want you to just get rid of them. I'll recycle them. Yeah, good point, Patrick. This is what Cody wanted. The big family all living in one tiny house together. His dream is happening here. And everybody looks miserable. Ugh. Get ready for the next episode. Robyn and Cody kept the amount of presents the same, just couldn't keep their numbers up for the kids that were willing to come over. They should auction off the big house plans. Well, you know, Cody's the one that paid a lot of money. We don't know how much, but a lot of money for those plans. I mean, it probably was. Had to have taken that architect forever to draw that up the way he wanted it. So, yeah, I mean, the end of the big picture. That has Moo in there. And our puddle monkey. Let's see. Yes, he wants to reinforce his adoration. Yeah, this had to have been in response to that when he's like, is there any time that you liked a sister wife more than you liked me? With his little pouty face looking at her. Ew. I'd be like, yeah, right now, because you're creeping me out. All right. None of the adults care about the kids' opinions. Well, I think Christine and Janelle did. Because Janelle was really bucking going at first. She's like, my boys don't want to go. And then she did the same thing with Flagstaff. Well, maybe I'm thinking of leaving Vegas to go to Flagstaff is when Janelle really put up a fit. Because of how difficult this transition was for her boys, especially Hunter, going to Vegas. So she's like, I'm not going to go through that again. But she did. If you could go back in time, right? And Christine, well, she got the cell phone for McKelty, so McKelty could stay in contact with her friends, because obviously McKelty was upset about that. I wonder, every time they said who was told in advance, they didn't mention McKelty. And on the couch, when they were interviewing the older kids, McKelty is not there. Now, McKelty on her Patreon has said, I was really immature and I was never included in like the big kids group. But I mean, I think her age was sort of like halfway between the big kids and the next little kid. So she was sort of a borderline age kid. And because she was immature as a kid, they just sort of kept her with the younger kids. However, she got that phone. I wonder if when she got the phone, she knew she was getting it to stay in contact with friends that she will no longer be seeing after Christmas. Robyn probably told her in secret. I know your parents didn't tell you this, but we're going to be moving. They'll tell you later, but they don't think you can handle it, but I know you can. Because she was staying with Robyn at Robyn's place before they were married. She was the nanny before Cody and Robyn even got married. So, yep, she was in the know early on. Right, Sarah? No fear. There was no imminent prosecution. There hadn't been prosecution for generations. And I get that one line that the police said was daunting. It's not that big a town. People are pretty well connected. I am sure somebody could have talked to somebody and said, listen, how serious are they? Are they just trying to cover their butts because there's this law, now it's on TV, so they're trying to like put up a tough front? Or like, do we have to like, and then they would have found out there's no way the police were going to do it because it would have looked so bad on television. Yeah, it was never going to happen. And oh, surprise, it hasn't happened since to any of the other polygamous families either. All the polygamous families that you're featuring on your show. No, and the other polygamous shows. Brady and his 5 wives, the 3 wives and the dude, the rock people. We're just calling them rock people on Sunday night. Rockland Ranch, I think is the name of the area. When he was talking to her, he was so angry. I kept saying, what? Oh, kick him, Christine. Kick him where it hurts. Yeah, kick him. Kick him. Nothing else. He deserves nothing else. Only a kick. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Check that out, too. I should put some more things. I need to do a store. I know people ask me all the time. They're like, I'd like to buy things in the store that you like, and and then if you buy it, you can get I don't know. I don't even know how it all works. I need to look into it though, because a lot of people are requesting me to do it. So I'll figure that out. But in the meantime, any Amazon shopping you just do for yourself, click on my Amazon link down below first, and it shows you 2 of the things that have been here since the very beginning. My favorite Pilot 2 pens, of which I need to change it because there's a big bucket of them. I need to change it to a smaller because nobody really needs a bucket that big. And unless you use pens all the time. And glasses, not these particular ones, actually. These I got somewhere else. I don't remember where. But the glasses that are in there, they come in sets. I think I've bought 3 sets already from there. All right, Tanya keeps yelling at the screen. Okay, scrolling around. We got to start the next one here. Yeah, he knows, but he doesn't care. That's well said. I know, Amy. It's too bad they freaked the kids out about jail. That's the worst part about it. Is that you got your kids to the point of tears. That's how, they're like devastated over this whole situation. Devastated. And they don't want to go. And they didn't get a say at all. Talk about feeling powerless, completely powerless. Because you see Cody listening to Christine. Like, he's void. Damp it. There's nothing in there. Empty. In one ear and out the other. He is not hearing what Christine is saying to him. Just words. I'm listening. No, that's not listening. That's not being deaf. You have ears and there are words, but you're not listening. So can you imagine how he would treat the kids if he treated adults that way? Like, get away. All right. Oh, somebody gifted some memberships. Stacy did. Stacy, thank you. 5 memberships were gifted on the channel, so 5 people will be notified that they received a 1-month membership. Thank you. All right. My heart always broke for Hunter, right? Oh. If we don't move, Robyn won't give me a baby. That's right. She did say something along that line, right? But we didn't see that yet, have we? I don't think we've seen that yet. Oh, it's 8 o'clock. Let me entertain you. Okay, I'm going to read to you our big supporters on this channel, and they are April S., Little Miss, Alwyn the Mini Chef, Barbara D. Jack, Meredith Andrews, Meri, Liz S., Leslie Reddick, J. Shanty 3, Linda W., Carla Colson, Aaliyah, Crafty Florida Lady, Shaniqua Smith, Lynn Skinner, and Knit My Bit. And our those were the big supporters. Thank you, big supporters. The exclusive SOS supporters in membership are Christine Werhope, Michelle Page, Joni C615, Joni C, Lean, Lisa Gasca, Libby Sure, Emma Taylor, Birdie K, Living an Eclectic Life, Anonymous, Sharon, Cindy Gregory, Laura McWilliams, Dee Dee, Steamfrog 99, Julie Hornberger, J. Lou, Jennifer Harmon, Carol Andy D, Holly Jones, Marie Lingham, Evie, Steph Stevens, Stacy G, Karen Perk, Vanessa, Shatsy's Peace, Tammy G, Marsha Cooper, Diane Almeida, Farron, Kendra MP, That's My Shoe, Amy D, I'm Your Huckleberry, Libby Sure, Lindsay B, G Kitty 52, Lisa, Sochitel El Mario, Tracy's Fractured History and More, Alexandria Swan, Shanna Banana, Rain Lady, Cheryl Smith, Sarah Lewis, Marie Crab, Waldo's Mom, Lisa F., Danny Towns, Miss Lita, Ladybird's Mom, Donna Redmond, Jessica Denham, Kaylin, and Alyssa 1704. Lots of exclusive SOS supporters. I think that's our biggest level now, the top level. Go figure. But thank you to every level. And right now, I'm going to switch the banner and show you everybody on the keep the lights on level. And they'll scroll across the bottom for the rest of the show. Thank you to all of you. There's a whole bunch of you that are new in the past couple of weeks. Probably compliments of Alexandria, who said for a short minute she added up the video about her talking to the waitress at Salsa Brava. Put it up on Reddit for a minute until Reddit took it down. It's probably, look, I think we have new subscribers to the channel. Thanks to Alexandria. Thank you, Alexandria. More sister friends have found their way over here to join the family. All right. Okay. The way he berates Christine makes me nuts the whole time. I don't know how she dealt with it. No wonder she just felt, I mean, he put her in a box. He made her feel less than all the time. I don't know what he did before Robyn came in the picture. I don't know if this is Robyn feels threatened by Christine, so he's going to make sure Christine stays in her place so that Robyn can feel like she can hold her head up high and be the head wife. I'm not sure. I am not sure. Okay. Okay, here we go. We are on No Place for Home, episode 9, season 2. Whoops, I see horses. We're at the house.
The main reason that we're choosing to move to Vegas is simply just to preserve our family.
I do not feel like this is what we're supposed to do.
Christine and I are at a point where I
Christine.
finally decided the leader has to make a decision and just say, okay, family, I need everybody to get on board.
At the same time, I made the decision, this is not right for our family, and we should not leave. It's going to tear our family apart.
Nobody really wants to do it.
We all
Everybody
see the
just
need
sees-
to do it.
Yeah.
Our move to Vegas is in a week and a half.
Robyn's saying
But
not a
because
word.
the kids are in school right now, we need to wait until the semester ends to be able to transfer their grades better. And in 10 days, their semester will end.
And then a week later, the semester begins in Las Vegas.
I am a bit
Thank you,
nervous
Robyn.
about having a place to land when we get down there.
So we're just doing a reconnaissance trip to actually find out what's there.
No
The plan
plan.
is that Cody and Meri and I are leaving tomorrow. We're going to Las Vegas to scout out houses for the move.
And hopefully find homes.
The signs on the door say be positive
Good luck.
because we were sick of the parents.
Stay negative.
We've got a lot of things going on, a lot of things challenging us emotionally. And so our children decided to correct us.
They just need to focus on the positive, basically.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on, but there's a lot of positive that we can look at too.
I mean, imagine
That was
how our
Maddie and
dad
Aspen.
feels. She's the one who has the potential to get in the most trouble out of all of us.
There's a potential that our dad could go to jail
Potential.
and our family would be split up.
Like, we would never be able to talk to each other.
It's a
barely
potential
ever.
I'll get
And,
struck
we
by
all
lightning,
want to
too.
stay together as a family.
We've all seen other polygamous families that they either grow up as like separate individual families, or they, when they get split up, they like cease contact.
Who got
We
split
want to
up?
keep being able to say all of us are siblings.
Logan.
We are not hurting anyone. It's a
No.
lifestyle.
I think he's
not a-
repeating
not
the
a
party
crime.
line.
We're all not liking moving to Vegas, but then I'm thinking, okay, we got all these little kids that they're all looking up to us, and we, as the older part of the family, we need to kind of step it up now and kind of be positive, give a good vibe out to the younger kids.
Happy birthday, Savannah! Turn your face.
No, it was Gabe who reacted to Flagstaff because Hunter was already gone.
Come stack the dishwasher.
Real man do dishes.
Oh, Cody doing dishes again.
Dane, are you paying close attention, buddy?
No, it's been years since I've done this.
It's been years since I've done this.
The Marines want him to enlist so that someday he can be a drill sergeant. I don't yell that loud.
Like, go, soldiers!
We're gonna throw Meri a surprise birthday party. It's really hard to surprise Meri.
I actually personally will be just floored if she doesn't know about the party by the time she comes. Agreed. Mary's never fooled. She's like a detective.
No, but it might just work this time. With Cody and Meri and I gone out of town to Las Vegas, she can't be around watching.
And I don't have
cooking
to
and
do
seeing
any of
what's
the
going on.
planning or cooking
And
or
so when we drive
preparing.
home, we walk to the door. The first thing she sees is surprise.
That was
two friends that really want to be
Robyn's
involved,
great
Corey
idea.
and Jen.
Corey runs a business called Tiny Chef. So as a birthday gift to Meri, she's gonna cater it for free.
My idea is chicken piccata, then asparagus with parmesan.
I'm excited. We planned
She's
on
feeding
doing
that
the
family
70s
for
theme,
free.
because we thought it'd be way fun.
Because she was born in the 70s. And 70s, who doesn't want to, dress up like, a flower child?
Christine and Janelle and Jen are gonna go shopping for decorations.
Meri was born in the
70s.
70s?
I think we should do party favorites. Pet rocks.
That could be also pet
If she was, it was 79.
You desperately need to just
it was
have fun.
70.
Even if it's just for a few hours, just forget about the heavy stuff looming over our head and then have a good time.
I think it's just going to make it hilarious after surprise, pull her aside. And
I
just
think
go straight
Rebecca, Mary's sister, is sitting at this table. It looks a lot like her. It's kind of hard to
So I'm
say.
driving down to Las Vegas with Meri and Robyn. We're going to spend a couple of
Who's
days
in the
looking
front
for a
seat?
place to live. This is a reconnaissance trip. We've got to go and find out what there is. And hopefully
Reconnaissance.
find homes. On the way down, Meri and Robyn and I are talking.
In a perfect world, we would all be in one big house with each wife having their own separate wing, if you will, of the house.
So we call this realtor up, and I say to her, the most important
That's what we
thing
want.
for my unique situation is that I have this whole family in one home or as close to each other as possible. I found out that even if it was a 10,000 square foot home, it still only had 5 bedrooms.
At most.
Right, because
There
who
isn't
needs
the,
more?
the big family thing that we've got in Utah.
I mean,
Every
there
wife wants
was,
to
but
say
you have
goodnight
to
her
spend
every
millions.
And that's a hard thing when you're staying at another wife's home. For me, the number one issue became proximity, a location in relationship
Of
to
the 4
each.
wives,
Yeah,
families.
yeah, of the 4 homes.
So we met up with my dad. He actually knows the area, lived there for a lot of years.
Right now we're doing a reconnaissance trip
Ugh.
to try and find a home that'll work for us all. We're checking out the area, looking for a home to buy, while our real estate agent, Mona, is actually working in her office, just trying to find us our perfect dream home.
The polygamous style of homes that the Browns are looking for really doesn't exist here in Las Vegas. But because the market here is so affordable here right now, we're going to see if there's a chance that we can find 4 individual homes that will meet their needs.
I know that the move will be an absolute challenge to our children. And so a very important factor would be something special for them. And I'm thinking a swimming pool. There's two for sale, right next to each other.
Yeah, 4 houses in a cul-de-sac. There you go. That would be fun.
Because of this cul-de-sac that had these 2 homes for sale, and these homes are way more than we could afford. But we got all excited because he's like, wouldn't it be cool if we could have a plig row? You know, like 4 homes on the same cul-de-sac.
Mm-hmm.
There is a black lining in it, though. I struggle when my kids aren't in the same home and my wives aren't in the same home. It doesn't feel as family when you're in 4 different homes as it does when you're in one home.
We figured we needed to have at least 15 or 16 bedrooms in the house.
Our real estate agent, Moni, she made it pretty clear that we wouldn't be finding one large home. And so that was a little bit of a discouragement that we had to deal with.
Ugh. I wonder if I should close the door. I think the neighbor came to the front door. I think my husband just went out, so. All right. Where are we? Yes. I want someone to ask Robyn how she feels about Meri losing the junk journal. Yes. I'm sure she'll be like, I don't know. I don't know anything about it. I don't know. Does she not have it? I don't know. Did she lose it? She'll just act like it doesn't bother her and be her smug little self. Smugzilla will come out. Lindsay B says, I can semi-understand why the wives fell in line on Vegas, but I will never understand why they went to Flagstaff. That was completely ridiculous and damaged them all even more, in my opinion. I totally agree. Totally agree. I'll never figure out Flagstaff. That made no sense. There's no reason to go further away from all your family. None. If they needed to move, they could have gone back to Utah. They could have gone to Montana. They could have gone to Wyoming. I mean, you name it. They could have gone to any state surrounding that area. Even California is probably closer. Well, I don't know. Because Utah would be straight up there. I guess depending on where. Maybe the northern part of California. I don't know. I'd have to look at a map. I just feel like there are so many other places they could have gone. Really, so many other places. What state is to the Idaho? Probably, right? Idaho. Christine had family in Idaho. They could have gone to Idaho. It's Arizona made no sense. None. Oh, okay. The kids turned out so well because he dropped out of their daily lives. That's a really good point, actually. He wasn't around that much. Oh, you like my big picture? Just look at the big picture. All right, Danny, stay safe. Danny is going. Bye, Danny. Brandy says, I'm sorry to say, I'm a hater. I'm a Robyn hater. I hated her. Well, I mean, tell us what you really think. You're in a good place. Hi, Debbie. Glad to have you here. Robyn interjecting on these couch interviews too is so annoying. Yeah. Hunter and Logan got screwed with the Vegas move, and Garrison and Gabe got screwed with the Flagstaff move. Yeah. Logan ended up staying in Vegas, didn't go. So he just lost his whole family. Hunter ended up going to the academy when he's out on the East Coast. And he stayed there afterwards for a little bit. Gabe ended up back in Vegas too with or nearby. I don't know if he's with necessarily. He probably was with for a short time anyway, Logan. So he lives around there. And God bless Garrison. That whole move, I can't see any good that came out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I honestly can't think of any good that came out of it. It's not like one of the kids met their soulmate and got married or something, you know, like, well, here's the one thing that we can point to that was good that came out of it. No, it literally demolished the whole family, broke them all up. It was a financial mess. And I recently heard that real estate in Vegas is skyrocketing. So I'm thinking if they would have held on to those houses that they only paid 200 and something for, 250,000 or 270,000 for those big mansion homes, because, you know, Vegas used to be a place you could go and real estate was cheap. It was, if you wanted cheap real estate, go to Vegas, but not anymore because they've done so much building. It's completely landlocked with mountains all around it. So now it's at like, there's very, very few spaces left that they can still build. Unless you want to drive out and around and go to the other side of the mountains and you end up going way far away from Vegas, which I probably would if I lived there. There's no need to be that close to the strip. Just drive in when you want to see it, make an evening of it, and then you don't have to be back there for a couple months. Anyway. Shanna says, everyone cries this episode except Robyn. And she talks more for Cody. Come on, ladies. Unbelievable. Okay. One more and we'll get going. Patrick, the rock people. Yes. We're going to talk about rock people on Fridays and Saturdays, I think. I'm pretty sure. I hate to commit to anything. Wait till we get to the episodes where Cody keeps saying fundamentally loyal every 2 seconds about Robyn. If I drank, I'd be drunk. Yeah, the loyalty word came out. Was about season 16, 17 maybe. Where maybe season 17, where Janelle says, this whole loyal word, I don't know what this is all about. I don't know where this came from. He's never said this before. Yeah, because it was all COVID. And COVID happened during season 16. So it may have started at the end of season 16. Hello, Ms. Cherokee Rose, to you. All right. Congratulations to our winners. Yay. Thank you, Stacy G, for gifting memberships. The sacred heifer. Okay, look at me. I'm so far behind. You guys just keep talking to each other. I need to scroll fast and then hit start here. Good point, Lisa. Christine wasn't just put in a box. She was put in the basement. Put in the basement and kept there. And then when she had 6 kids in her house and Meri had 1 and Meri couldn't come in under budget, Cody had the nerve to ask Christine if she would give up some of her money for her house. I just can't even. I am so glad she put her foot down and said no. Excuse me, Cody? Oh, man. Okay, here we go. Continuing on at about 8 minutes in the episode, for those who are following along. They're in a party store getting decorations because they're doing all the work. This was Robyn's idea. Let's have a party for Meri. So I'm going out of town on a special vacation with Cody and Meri, and we're going to go look for houses. Recognizance, because he's a military man. And why don't you guys plan and prepare and cook and do everything for an entire party for her. And then I'll bring her back. I'm doing my part.
While Meri and Cody and Robyn are in Vegas,
We chose to do a 70s theme for Mary's birthday party.
because well, she's born in the 70s.
Well, yeah, but also because it's just way fun. We rented a disco ball there.
So we even had some costumes.
Don't I look like Madison? You look like Madison. A male gender pendant for Cody. This one for Cody to wear open with his medallion.
Sure, open a medallion. That's creepy.
Well, Mariah got matching glasses for her and her mom and headbands. I hope we actually pull this surprise off for Meri.
Me too. Better be a surprise. So we have the hanging things, we have table decorations, the things that go on the walls, balloons, and I think we're set. This weekend, Cody, Meri, and Robyn are going to go to Vegas, see what they can find as far as housing. I don't feel right about this. Why in the world would we be expected to have to leave our community?
I know that it's unfair, but I think the most important thing that we do is we keep the family together. And I know that not everybody agrees with leaving.
I agree,
but as far as I'm concerned, this is something that we've got to do, and we're going to leave.
He's the big butt.
All right, I want to look at this other house.
Instead of the yes butt, I'm just going to call it big butt.
I love this idea.
And it's going to be Cody. I'll put Cody's face on the butt.
Courthouse
And
is a
we'll just
little
call it big
cul-de-sac.
butt.
I know. Our own cul-de-sac. The kids could ride around here, do whatever they wanted, and we wouldn't have to worry about, like, we just say, don't go out of the cul-de-sac. You've got this big, spacious living room. You don't necessarily need a human.
These are freaking mansions.
Smaller bedrooms and stuff.
Yeah.
We figured we needed to have at least 15 or 16 bedrooms in the house.
Fortunately, we had a realtor who was just a dream to work with. Mona, Ricky just bent over backwards for us. We're just looking at a neighborhood.
Poor
we just
woman.
found a place with a pool.
We were just having fun with it.
And financing is definitely going to be difficult. However, I have one of my developers that he owns 4 remaining homes in a subdivision. Brand new, never lived in. And he would be willing to sit down and work on a lease option.
Well, we need to meet that guy right away.
I will get you in the home if you like what you see on the outside.
Mona has an exciting proposition.
I want to see what these, I don't remember what these houses look
street.
like.
One owner and a guy who is considering owner financing. So she tells me this on the phone, and it's just immediately, wahoo, let's get over there.
They should have gone to Idaho. We are back at the party store.
Hey, we're here to look at some costumes. 70s.
So Groovies is kind of 60s and 70s.
Should we get that for Robyn?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's got to be. That's for Robyn.
But if Meri was born in the 70s, she really grew up in the 80s.
Oh my gosh. Meri
Or is this like a dig at her for being
I
old?
get this picture text of this horrendous dress.
Fun. Reminds me of my childhood.
I couldn't say anything to Cody or Meri, and I'm just like going, please be serious.
Here with my childhood.
That does look like a plate dress.
So Cody didn't know either about the party?
Looks like a plate dress.
Never mind.
She likes the shirt.
We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna rent this.
Okay.
I want those. I'm gonna be dancing my pants off with these. Wow.
We gotta have the pants because the pants are awesome.
Those pants are fantastic.
Let's see what the damages are.
$194.57.
Okay.
$200 on decorations for a family that can't afford
Are there
bread
other
that's not
places
stale.
that will be this convenient?
That's difficult.
It's because I want the children to grow up.
That's coming up. All right. Sarah, Ari is Cody's karma. Yeah. And he can't go to another house. He's there. This is why he's at Salsa Brava. I mean, say no more. He's just counting the days until that'll be the first of Robyn's kids that actually goes to college. If he doesn't get her into a boarding school sooner than that. I heard these amazing academic schools. They're called boarding schools, but I think Ari will thrive. He's going to do what he can to get her out of there. She's not going to be hanging around till she's 24. No way. I mean, nor will she want to. All right. So I started talking about Amazon. I think I went off on a tangent. I never went full circle back. If you click the link, I have the two things there that I use all the time. That doesn't mean you have to buy them. Just by going and using that link to get into Amazon, I get a benefit from any shopping that you do that day. So there you go. So thank you. Thank you for doing that, because it costs nothing. Every little penny adds up. Okay. Now we're back and do a couple more. Lindsay B. I saw a commenter a while back saying if they kept the Vegas houses for even another year or two, they would have like tripled their money. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they would have made so much. I mean, they bought their house for what? $800,000, and then they sold it for $1 million. It was 800 and something. So they only made 200,000 on that house. And God only knows how much they still owed on it, on their mortgage. I'm sure a ton. So they didn't come out ahead really at all on Robyn's house comparatively. They would have held on to those houses in Vegas, boy. But I mean, there's a good chance they had to get rid of them. And Cody just never said anything to anybody, but he knew that because he did stupid financing on them, they couldn't afford. He probably had some sort of balloon payment, or not even necessarily a balloon. I don't know. Were they long? I mean, they were only there for 7 years. They wouldn't have had a balloon payment because that would have been too soon to have a balloon payment. But they could have had some sort of agreement where it, like, I don't even know what it would be called. I'm not in real estate. I'm sure there's some sort of, especially if it's privately financed, some sort of financing that you can do where you pay less. Well, maybe interest only. If it was interest only, eventually you're going to have to start increasing what you're paying because you've paid nothing on the house. You've just paid interest, like you rented it, basically. Could have been a loan like that. I'm thinking there could have been some sort of loan where you don't have to pay that much because, like the show is just starting and this is all new. And so the first 5 years, it will only be this itty bitty amount of money you have to pay every month. But after 5 years, it's going to go up. And then after 5 more years, it goes up. And then after 5 more years. And so it jumps. And so it jumped after 5 years. And that next year, at the end of the year, Cody looked at the books and went, we can't afford to do this anymore. So by the next year, he's like, we got to move. Find another sucker who will own our finance for us. Gosh, he's so bad with money. There's no reason why they couldn't have paid off those houses, especially with the fact that Meri and Christine, because Christine was already doing the clothing stuff, wasn't she? I know Meri was. Meri was doing the clothing stuff. I think Christine did the clothing stuff for just a hot minute before she did Plexus. She definitely was doing Plexus by the time she was in Flagstaff. I just don't remember when it began. Okay. Tracy says, military man. Oh, heck. I'm wearing my combat boots from all the you-know-what that's going to be the initials BS. So true. Going to be wading through it. Who moves to somewhere where, with no place to live, uproot your whole family, just leave. You still have the house you're paying for back in Utah, by the way. They still had a mortgage on it. One of you sister friends knows the person that bought the house now. Because I think for a while, someone in Rebecca and Nathan's family was living in there. But then I believe it was sold to another family. Yes, one of you sister friends. You guys are connected. Somebody said they've been in the house for their friend. They went with their friend and did the Sunday morning church service that they had inside the home. So she was in there for their church service. Yeah, in the Plig home, in the Brown family Plig home. Isn't that crazy? Okay. Big butt it is. Yeah, that's right. No more no butts. I got to change the picture now. Go back into Canva. Big butt. Every time he says something and then goes, but, big butt. Should we drink too? Oh. If we have to drink it with every experience and every butt that comes out of his mouth, we will be on the floor. All right. Or floating away. Sunday night, I was just like getting ready to roll. Was it Sunday night or was it here last Tuesday? It all blends together for me. I just remember thinking I am going to, because mine doesn't have alcohol in it, but like a whole one of these drinks gone. And I felt like I was in ocean. Okay. Here we go. We are at the minute mark of about 12 minutes and 16 seconds. Maybe 12:20. It's hard to say. There's like a little ball, a little dot. And depending on where in the dot you are, it's like a whole 5-second difference. Right around there. Here we go. We are looking at the houses that are all together one owner. Willing to own or finance.
An exciting proposition. She's found 4 homes on the same street, one owner, and a guy who is considering owner financing.
Cody's like,
one right there, and then the other
so
2 are
creepy when he acts like that. Remember when you did that in elementary school?
It's a hard thing to do, to leave where you're at and have everything good in your life.
Robyn and her big clogs.
And so the home and the proximity of the homes to each other, that's the hook. That's the ability to keep the family together. That's the ability to keep the family in the same place. And, that's kind of why I've been pushing the whole pool thing, is that might be a little bit of a hook, soften the blow to the kids, because this isn't easy. It's not easy for us. It's been devastating for us. It's challenging.
Cody wants a pool for the kids, not for himself.
These 2 get the swimming pool. So we go ahead and just scope them out. We're just going to look. I want to look in the backyard.
Very scoping that.
I'm jumping on the top of the fence. I'm just going to walk down the fence. So we've got the strip over here. So we're a long ways from it. If I can't have them in the same house, then something like this where we're sharing a yard.
This is quite nice.
Mona, I'm very excited.
I will definitely head on over. I just got to grab all my stuff and give you a call.
We are back in Utah. They are working hard, cooking.
We have so much to do,
decorating.
So I'm kind of worried a little bit about time. We've never
Cutting
really
strawberries.
I don't think so, because
Frosting
she always finds
cupcakes.
out. The party is for her 40th, but it's also therapy for us. I mean, honestly, it's been kind of a distraction.
So 70s all the way, baby.
I think it's gonna be so fun.
Okay, we're gonna check out our disco ball.
Yeah, that only reflects over here. We want it right there, so it reflects up there and reflects over there.
Here, Gabe, put it where you think it should go.
There we are.
Oh, holy cow! Gabe, you were right. You are the smartest kid ever.
Gabe was the cutest child. He's so cute. He looks so innocent.
Good. It is. Well, let's go take a look.
Robyn turns on her camera, starts videotaping all of it.
Well, Christine's visual, and so I'm like, I gotta get a video. So I pulled out my phone. They're trying to show everything, and I want to share this. I'm like, I wish they were here because they would be feeling the same thing we are, and we know how hard it's been for all of us. We've gone up and down about the move. One day I'll be like, I just can't do this, and then I'll be fine the next day, and then you got Christine just going, this isn't cool. I don't want to do this.
Oh, I hear Angel's voices sing while I come in here. I walked into the room and I knew immediately this was mine and Christine's master. This is definitely Christine, but I'll let her decide.
Robyn sent me a video of the houses that they were looking at. That's when I really had a change of heart. They were beautiful and new, and I saw just finally a whole world of possibilities.
Are there other places that will be this
Both her
convenient
and
for my
Robyn
number one
still have
request
their
of
lists.
proximity for my wives?
That's difficult.
Okay.
This has been difficult to find the proximity that you're talking about.
I think when we sat there and talked to Mona, she basically let us know all of you in one big home with, a billion bedrooms and 4 kitchens and 4 living rooms. He had to let go of that idea. But the next best thing was these 4 homes.
I want my children to grow up as siblings, not as cousins.
The long-term goal in my heart is that we will have one home and that we'll custom build something specific for the family so that we're all sharing one home. Excellent. Thanks, Mona.
So we looked at the homes.
But we won't go
and
to
now
a
we're gonna
polygamous
go make an
community
offer on
where
them.
that would be
We're
easy to
hoping
do.
this developer will own or finance. We don't have a lot of money, but we do have a lot of faith.
It seemed like almost like something like God
Robyn
said,
and her faith.
God was behind this because he was perfect.
It's better.
God, your wingman, Cody.
Option. We need to move in 8 days.
8 days. I still don't have a place to go. This is ridiculous.
So we looked at the homes and now we're going to make an offer on them. We really are hopeful that we're going to get them.
This is the square footage of the 4 houses. It's almost double what the square footage of the big house is, which is where for us to have more kids is perfect.
We really weren't going to be able to be financed traditionally on these homes.
You know, the bottom line, the seller wants to sell. We'll go ahead and see what you can come up with, how you want to structure it, write up the paperwork and send it off.
Time is getting tight. We're making an offer. I hope we get an answer in a couple days.
Oh, you'll get an answer.
15 minutes.
We're coming up to the dog kicking scene, everybody. Robyn makes Cody go out all day because, yep, beans. Beans. And I don't think his breath is probably that great. Ugh. The fact that Cody would rather sit all day, every day in a lonely booth at a restaurant, doesn't want to be home with Robyn and the kids. Yeah. It speaks volumes. I mean, say no more. And then the other side of it is Robyn makes him go there all day. He is probably on his phone all day just waiting for the text where she's like, all right, you can come back. Sometimes he's there when we open and he stays until it closes. Mm-hmm. Birthdays. Cody was 69. Janelle was 69. Meri 71. Christine 72. And then 78. But that wouldn't be like, if you're born in that decade, you don't identify with that decade, because really your identification is kind of like your high school years, you know, like that's, I consider myself a product of the 80s. I was born at the end of 68. So like, right, you know, end of 68, close to 70. But like the 70s, I don't identify with at all because I was in high school in the 80s, middle school in the 80s. Middle school and high school in the 80s, and started college in the 80s. Like the 80s are, like, you know. Anyway, I feel like it was Robyn's way of trying to stick it to her. You know, she was born in the 70s. She's old. So let's make fun of it and do a whole 70s part. I'm sure Meri was confused. 70s. You know why? Why? No, tell me. Okay, the Brown family house in Utah. I believe this is our last segment for the show.
Cody, Meri, and Robyn are on their way back from Las Vegas, and
they're like only 2 hours
yeah,
away.
they didn't. Yeah, so we have a lot to do. I'm really worried that we're not going to actually pull this off and make it a surprise for Meri.
I know. It better be a surprise for Meri. Better be.
And she pulled them out and they fit.
That's awesome.
Everybody's decorating.
And while Cody and Meri and Robyn are on their way home, Robyn texted us that we had 15 minutes till they would come.
As soon as it's about time for them to come in, we're all going to go into Meri's living room. Then when they open the door, we're going to go, surprise!
She does look like Beaker.
Places. We checked all the angles. We made sure that the correct number of lights was turned on and everything.
I don't know if I thought we could pull it off with the little kids.
But I was surprised how quickly they settled down.
Okay. We're drinking on butts and we're drinking on. Oh, here they come. And kick the dog. There we go. Did you hear one of the kids went, whoa, the dog? Whoa, the poor thing.
So, were you surprised? Yes, I was surprised. Yay! Victory! I have to wear this?
Yeah, I feel so sexy.
Hey, how is that?
Oh, Meri looks cool, actually. They gave her the best costume.
The theme, that 70s theme, I thought that was so cute. It was fun.
The party itself was a real break.
Oh, Cody just
The
kissed
real
Janelle on the lips in
pinnacle
front of
This
everybody.
weekend was the refreshing view of those houses when we were in Las Vegas. That made it all easy when we came back to the party to just party, because I felt a burden off my shoulders.
It's been very, very heavy. And so when we get to sit here and have a blast with each other and laugh and talk, it makes it so we remember why it is we're doing this. The surprise birthday party that these guys threw for me was just a couple of days ago. We have, however, just found out today that our offer on those 4 houses has not been accepted. So we don't get to have those homes.
So the reality is plan A has fallen through, the houses have fallen through. And we really don't know what our plan B is at this point.
We don't have the homes when we were moving in 7 days, and we're about to tell the small children that we're moving and they've never known. We've protected them from this, basically. So we've got to address that now as well.
I'm just going to try and stay optimistic.
Yeah.
Cody. Now he's crying for himself because he's stressed out because he has no plan. Moving his whole family.
Christine tells a story about her dad's dad moving all the wives to different states. They never got back together
30
again.
years ago.
It's just,
Now it's personal.
No
yeah,
more
now
than
it's
that.
personal. Now I own the story.
You don't own the story. It didn't happen to you, Cody. Come on.
Let's not own this story.
Thank you,
of
Christine.
That happening when my song for 20 years has been that we live together.
How to find the magic in Vegas.
I do not remember that, but boy, knowing how Cody is, boy, doesn't that fit? He's sitting there. He is full on crying. He's crying for himself, of course, because he's like stressed out because he has no plan. And the one little thing he thought was magically going to all work like fairy dust didn't. And now he's like, what? I normally don't have to really do anything or make any decisions. I just flit around and get fed and get taken care of. Like this decision stuff I don't like it. The wives make decisions for their families. So he's breaking down. He is actually crying. He keeps wiping tears away. His face is all red. His eyes are all puffy. He's like, Christine's grandfather went through this. I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. 50 years ago. And he goes, and now I own that story. I don't remember that. Oh my gosh. Hyperbolic lies. Unbelievable. And I love that Christine came out and said, you don't own that story. We hope that we don't have to own that story. Get over yourself, Cody. Don't make this any more dramatic than you've already taken it. My goodness. It's like he has to continue to play that card because that's his excuse for uprooting his family and making all of his kids and some of his wives, I don't know which ones exactly, but definitely Christine's, miserable. All right. All right. Oh, people are all saying if they're 70s babies. Wyoming with a Y. They could have moved to Wyoming with a Y, but no. How long do you think it took her to learn how to spell Arizona? I'm just curious. 80s was such an upbeat, happy time. I know, really. It was sort of like just everything was happy. It was bright colors. It was upbeat music. There was punk rock and soft rock, and yeah, it was a good time. Yeah, everyone born in the 70s are really 80s people. We adopt you, Jane, into the 80s crowd. Come on in. Well, yes, I'm sure the sale of it went to the family fund, which was then pilfered and stolen by Cody and Robyn. But, I mean, it wasn't technically all Janelle's. Nobody really knows exactly who paid what, but the understanding is, and I don't even know where this proof comes, but this is the line that's been going around forever. And that is that, okay, so we read in the book that there were at least 2, if not 3 times that Janelle left Cody before the show began, where she's like, I've had it. I'm out of here. I've had it. I'm out of here. And one time she went and lived with her mom out on Cody's ranch because her mom was married to Win, his dad. She lived out there for a while, and then she got a house with the kids. And you know how Cody has ants in his pants and he has to keep moving every 7 years. That 7-year itch that they talk about, Cody gets it in terms of not being able to still be in the same town. It's like he spent 7 years and realizes nobody really likes me here. I didn't get any friends and I'm annoyed with everything. Let me start again. So they were up there for a while, and Cody decided to move because he thought it would be better. I thought it was just for a job, but when I read the book, it said he moved there to look for a job back in Utah. I don't know. His father and the ranch and everything was right there. He could have worked on his dad's ranch. He didn't do that. His brother-in-law ended up working on the ranch. So that was a job. So he went to Utah with Meri and Christine. And Janelle's kids stayed with Janelle. So it was just Mariah and Christine's 5 kids. May have been 4 at the time. I don't even know. I'm not sure if, anyway, kids at the time, whatever kids at the time were with the respective moms. And they were there for a while, like months, maybe even up to a year, like between, I would say over 6 months, between 6 months and a year. And then he found a job and he wanted Janelle to come, and she's like, yeah, I don't know. He's like, I got this great job selling signs. So awesome. Oh, that's right. When he was there, he was like in logging in Wyoming. I always want to say Montana. In Wyoming, he was in logging. That's like perfect for him. I couldn't do it anymore. Had to continue to move on. So he goes and gets a job selling signs. That'll be better. And convinced her to come. Now, this is the part that's not in the book, but apparently a relative had passed away in Janelle's family, and she received some level of inheritance from that. And oh, actually, I think that was where she got the money, although she'd been saving up her money her whole life because she's good at saving. She bought a house when she was married with Meri's brother. So she owned a house. I want to say it was the sale of that house At any rate, she had the money, whether it be at this time from an inheritance or if there was an inheritance that bought the house originally, and then that house she sold. I don't know all the exact details, but bottom line is that house in Lehigh, there's no way Cody would have been able to afford. He needed Janelle's money. Oh, and I'm sure he missed her steady income as well, because apparently she had a really good government job, which I think was working in like, gosh, where did I hear it? It was like, she said she could never tell them that she was a polygamist because of what she did in her job. But I think her job was looking at like food stamp fraud and Medicaid fraud and that kind of stuff. And because she's kind of from a polygamous community and there are people who participate in that fraud, it could be sticky and icky if they knew that Janelle was there, or it could be bad for her job if they knew. They would think that maybe she's protecting people and saying, no, they're okay, when they aren't and they are committing fraud. So she left that job and went to Utah. I don't know that that was a bad decision per se, because I know that she really loved the idea of the family. But she left because she's like, I can't do this double wide anymore with all these kids and all these people. No. Can't really blame her. I think Christine picked up and left at one point too. Yeah, she did. Well, Christine left right at the beginning. Okay. Craziness. Let me look at this chat here. But somehow Janelle had a significant amount of money tied up into that Utah house. So when it sold, I'm not 100% sure, but that was her. I'm sure Cody never wanted to sell it. I'm sure he would have preferred for it to be a rent. It's an investment. It's an asset. Oh, I wonder whose name was on it originally. I should look into that. I will. Whose names did he put on that house? Okay. I want my MTV. Oh. Gen X in the house. Hi, Gen X. Janet, welcome. I like our Gen Xers. I'm happy to have the Gen Xers in the crowd. Oh, women who can't live without AC. Hello. I literally will go into my bedroom at times because we have a separate air conditioning unit in there as well on the second floor. It just gets really hot in that room. But there's so many times my husband doesn't have the air on in the house when I really want it on in the house. I'm like, I will spend the entire day in that room. It's big enough. I have room to move around in. I'll do work. I have my laptop. It's a bathroom right off of it. I'm good. I leave it to go get food, replenish my drink, back into the cold. Oh, I feel ya. Starting to get used to the heat again. I started morning walks, people. Yes, I started morning walks. Remember last year was the year of Jenny where I was getting healthy. Well, you know, I didn't quite get 100% there, but it's a journey. So just, you're not going to do it if you have to change everything about your life and change everything about your diet and change everything about your exercise. Like, it's impossible. It's like, okay, forget it. I'm just going to live my life the way I was. So tiny little increments of things get changed. And I have now added a 1 hour walk in the morning through the development, and I really like it. But it's been hot. And tomorrow is going to be really hot, and the next day is going to be, like 96 or something. So, like, I have to get up so early. Okay, I want to look at this chat here. Okay, you can understand Meri and Janelle not getting along. Yeah, I get that. And the whole brother thing and all that. All right, Janelle was married to her brother, then became her sister wife. Also, her mom married her father-in-law. Yeah, very strange setup. Yeah, Lunty. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure she felt like, oh, well, you have a connection now. He's never going to be upset with you because Win will come down on Cody if Janelle tells her mom that Cody said something and that. So everyone's always going to have Janelle's side and not mine. She probably felt like the odd one out when Janelle came in the family. Jaylu, do you have a reservation? Do tell. I'm a squirrel. You know, though, excuse me, Rhonda had a good point the other day. She said, you know how last week we were talking about, I don't know if it was last week, if it was one of the Sunday nights, but at some point we were talking and saying, how is it that, I think it was last Tuesday, that Saul's age, like, was Robyn pregnant before they even moved to Vegas? And I said, well, I did the math and I went back and it literally puts it in January because he was born in October. So January would have been conception. That's literally the month they were in that rental. I'm like, well, how did that ever happen? She points out when they were in the double wide, it was no different. They had all those kids in that double wide for all that time. I mean, where'd they all go? They eventually moved to like this little house, but still, even in the little house, you know that there were kids all around in their bedroom. Yeah. So I guess it wasn't a unique experience. And now that I think about it, Robyn kept talking about all the special memories that she had in that car. But that was it. I bet they went out on a date in January, got out away from all the kids because she had kids staying in her bedroom. And yep, there you go. That's how it went. Unless her two, I mean, it's possible that her girls stayed with all the rest of the girls and the boys stayed with the boys. I know that Truly stayed in the bedroom with Christine in that house. That's what McKelty said. She just said some of the kids would stayed in the rooms with the parents, but I bet they stayed in the room with the parents if Cody wasn't in there. So maybe it was still in the house. I don't know. But remember how she's like, we had such good memories in that white car. Ew. Here's the thought. Kitty's been a member for 5 months. Kitty, Generation X. I love my Generation Xers. And Lindsay B's been one for 6 months. There you go. We'll meet up at Salsa Brava and then stay at Christine's Airbnb. I think it's a hike. Isn't it probably about 8 hours away? That's a road trip for sure. Okay. All right. Fruit's expensive. Couldn't make the mortgage anymore with Cody coming there. Having 50 lemons a day. Oh, gosh. Yeah, I noticed how Robyn got to drive the two-seater. I shouldn't say I've never. Meri drove it when Christine went to her special trip away to Vegas with all 6 kids in tow as well. It really wasn't romantic, but I guess we could call it special. Joni always thought that Robyn's bomb lasagna was really Stouffer's baked in the oven. McKelty said the difference between the two lasagnas were that Christine cooked hers a lot, so the noodles were really soft and mushy, and so the whole thing you kind of like would scoop it with a spoon onto your plate, and she had a lot of extra meat and stuff inside of it, so it was like way more meatier as well. So she said it was sort of, by the time you cut it and scooped it out onto your plate, it didn't like really keep its form, whereas Robyn's kept its form and was all neat and together. So that's how hers was different. Less meat. She doesn't even eat meat, does she? I don't know. I know there's some stuff she doesn't. Between her and Cody, what do they make in that house? They're both so picky. And McKelty said that Cody's very picky when it comes to food. It was made with cereal. Cereal, chicken nuggets, or some form of chicken. But not enough. They probably were crunchy. She called them al dente, but it really just meant she didn't have time to cook it because she was all frazzled doing her hair and makeup. She got started late. All right. I find Stouffer's does and my homemade doesn't. Well, there you go. Maybe that's it. I had a girlfriend that would always do, here's a hint for all of you who want to do a quick meal, claim it as your own. She would get a big Stouffer's lasagna thing and then bring it home and then open up the layers, and she would like cut up, like slice really thin, like vegetables, like little tiny zucchini rings or something, and she would put some extra mozzarella and different flavored cheeses on that layer, and then put it back on top and then cook it, and then take it out, and she'd cook it in her own pan, claim it as her own. It's my kind of woman. I ain't nobody got time to cook around here. That I can do. I'm a crock pot gal. What? 6, 7 ingredients, just put it all in one big thing and then set it aside for 4 to 8 hours. Good. And it can't burn. I'm good for that. Costco has a lot of good stuff. Costco's mashed potatoes. So good. Okay. It's a smart girl. Yeah. She said it tasted amazing too. She also would get, I'm helping you all out here. She would get the little baked apples. I want to say they were from Stouffer's too. The little containers of baked apples that you can get at the holidays. They come frozen. She would take those and defrost it and then get a package of cranberries with sauce, but they were like frozen cranberries, but they were sweetened. And then she would just mix the two together after it all like thawed out and serve it as like a side dish. It was a cranberry apple. Oh, so good. But again, I can do that. I mean, I can do the other stuff. I cook some stuff. I just don't enjoy it. That's all. Okay. We're at the end. Very good. All right. So anyone who's interested, I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow night, we'll be reading chapters 3 and 4 in Revenge. And possible, on Friday, we might be doing 3 Wives and a Husband. So keep your eye open. I put the link in here again at the bottom of every single one of my thumbnails. Not at the bottom of the thumbnail. Every video you're watching, once you've clicked on it, like when it starts to go, in the description at the bottom, there's the Amazon links, always in all of them, that you can click on because I cut and paste, so I know they're always there. You can click on those Amazon links. There's also the link to Reality TV Breakdown. Oh, actually, on the main page of my channel, when you're on it, if you look down at the bottom, they'll have like live ones, videos recommended for you. They have like the different categories, live streams. Right at the very bottom, it's my other channel. There's a picture of me there, and you can click on that too to get to it. So it's called Reality TV Breakdown. That is where I'm reading Revenge And that is where I'll do 3 wives and a husband. Or 3 wives and a dude, as I want to call it. The rock people. The rock people. The thumbnails will be there once I figure out my schedule. And I'm shooting for Friday night. All right. So this was fun. Next week, I'll only give you a little preview of what's to come. Next week on Tuesday, we will be doing... it's the actual move already. All right. So we have the move, the craziness at night, the sirens, the thinking they're going to get caught, all the cars breaking down on the way, because that's every trip, really. And then the second episode. Oh, I don't know if we're going to be able to do 2 next week because it's longer. I think that's going to be it. Yeah, it's going to be just that one. Because these episodes we've been watching have only been 22 minutes long. But that one's 43. And the next one's 43 too. So it's twice as long. So we will just be doing that one. Gambling on the future. The Brown family attempts to leave the state of Utah. And God gives every sign under the sun to let them know you should not go. Do not trust that 4th wife woman that you've brought in who keeps saying God has spoken to her. Or Cody either. No speaking. Not happening. All right. Good night, sister friends. And I will see you all soon. Thank you for being here. Take care. Bye. Adios.